This is Josiah Plays Sunless Sea. Alright, let's give this man his strategic information. 150 echoes and a favor, very important, those favors. I know, the clocks couldn't even keep up with the 2 minutes, that's what I'm saying. Saito, I'm fast. I'm like the Flash and shit, except, you know, much slower. Interesting that I can turn in red honey to the Admiral. I wonder what happens if I do that. I mean, it's probably not that profitable. Oh yeah, I need a new mission. Now he wants me to go to Avid Horizon, huh? Alright. And port reports. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16... 17, not bad, 17 port reports. That's gonna get me a lot of fuel. Turning in port reports. Yeah, I'm turning in port reports. Turning in those port reports. Sometimes you got to turn in port reports. Isle of Cats. Polythreme, Visage, Empire of Hands, Khan's Shadow. Oh, I could have given the Admiral my buzzings, huh? For 150 echoes and a favor? That would have been good to know. That would have been great to know. Now I know, too late. Alright. I'm over 25,000 echoes and I got the new gun. So even after buying the new gun for 1,500, I'm over 25,000. I think I'm done here, other than, you know, resupplying. I think I might be done here. Man, I hate giving up my suppressor, though. Well, hold on. We're going to test something out real quick. Let me... buy just a couple supplies real quick. We're going to test out... We're gonna leave, and we're gonna go do our little quick trip to the lightship and back for more family time. But now that we've left port, can I just be like, do? You must dock before you change the ship's equipment. Okay, good to know. So in fact, I cannot just swap it out on the fly. Which means I have to commit to having that gun on before I leave port. No suppressor for fast escapes. It's okay. Another Z story. Return to London. Alright, we'll put the aft gun on. Wish that update was voiced by the You Must Gather Your Party guy. I know, right? You must dock before you change the ship's equipment. You must gather your party before changing the ship's equipment. Okay, let's get something awaits. PLZ. Just want something to await me. Something to await me. Something to await me. Come on. There we go. Welcome back. Welcome back to me, Alarming Scholar. Thank you for the free supplies. Have a nice day. I could sell some moves in the great game to the bespectacled visitor. Drags his thumb over his thick mustache and nods. A step ahead. You breathe against the glass of a display cabinet, and the bespectacled visitor scribbles down the words you trace into the condensation. Candlelight flashes in his dark glasses as he tucks the note into his breast pocket. Understood. Thank you. He sets a heavy purse on the cabinet and leaves without another word. 75 echoes. Cool. More newspapers. More time with family. Enjoy their company. There we go. My terror's down to 2 now. You feel like that guy could help solve a lot of global issues? Just have this playing outside of embassies in war-torn parts of the world. You must gather your wits before attempting to bomb this facility. Oh, gee, you're right. What was I thinking? Yeah, I don't know that people would really have that particular reaction. Don't know that they would have that particular reaction. Alright, time to decide what I'm doing next. I have lots of hold space now. Alright, let's put the new gun on. Boom, aft weapon. Does more damage than my deck gun. Takes longer to warm up. But it has lots of stagger time. Yes, in my world, terrorists are characters from an Encyclopedia Brown story. Yeah, I don't know that that's really very accurate. Okay, so what are we doing now? I think it's time to start doing some quest type stuff. I don't have any. The only quest type thing I have right now is to take the message back to the Devilus, right? He wants me to go to Avid Horizon. Oh, I have the Violant ink I can take to what's it called? Venderbite. Snowchild's name. Loki. I remember you, Snowchild. I remember you. So Venderbite, Avid Horizon. I mean, if I'm going to Mount Palmerston, then I should probably do at least some linen, at least some mushroom wine to linen. I feel like I should start talking to my my officers now and see what kind of stuff they want me to do. So let's go into the officers. And we have a lot of officers here. So I guess we'll just start with the merciless modiste right here. There's no difficulties with blood, but she very much dislikes blood stains. Let's save before we do any of these officer things. For alcoholics, just give them a watch with a sensor that alerts them with this before entering a bar. You must gather your dignity before venturing forth. That's fucked up. Alright. Dressed to kill in her own unique fashions. She looks pretty sassy. I don't know what she's doing with that knife exactly. I can invite the modiste to dinner. Her dresses were the talk of London society before the scandal. Her tastes are no less refined for her exile. See, that takes Zoop and Solace Fruit. And this. Or I can challenge her to her favorite game, Knife and Candle. In London, a spirited little challenge of murder, sedition, and subterfuge. At Z, the stakes are higher. The ferryman's grip is tighter here. Wager a secret for a risky chance to boost your veils up to 125. You may also have other reasons to fight the modiste. Wow. Okay, let's just do the dinner thing. She got it from the same place the Blind Bruiser got his knife mirror. Nice. Let's have dinner with the modiste. Nostalgia for darker days. Why, Captain, I hope I have not been forgotten. I had a most delightful little boutique not too far from the bazaar. Many surface commissions, naturally. Once one has sampled the cloths from behind mirrors, it is quite obscene to return to the mundanity of cotton and silk. Velvet, of course, is another matter entirely. Such a fabric. The modiste cuts a slice of fruit tart, licks the side of her knife. Oh, to show you my finest creations, I would dress you in razors and arsenic and the dream dyes of parabola. 'Tis forbidden. When my friends and I first set sail as the set, we knew no such creative cowardice. Blood and ink, my captain, blood and ink. Great art has always demanded great suffering. We simply recognize that its obligation does not necessarily have to weigh upon the artist. Based on how she's holding it, she's not exactly clear on the operating procedure for knives. Yeah, that's true. I lost a zoop and a solace fruit. I've now dined with the modiste. Okay, what can I do next? I can check in on the merciless modiste. She's wasted little time converting her cabin into a surprisingly well-equipped workshop. I can inquire about her time with the set. It is a scandal she speaks of with deep fondness. Let's check in on her first. The cutting edge of fashion. A sweating crewman stands exhausted, her arms out and wrapped in flowing parabola linen. The modiste fusses over a stretch of exquisite lace, fixing it in place with a hooked pin thrust through a pinch of convenient flesh. Oh, do stop mewling. If you want something worth sobbing about, you need only ask. She glances over her shoulder, smiling warmly. Ah, Captain, do you perhaps know if the current style in London is still to the floor, or if one might finally show a knee in polite company? No, no matter. First we will shock, then we shall inspire. Okay, so she's designing some fashion. Dressed to kill in her own unique fashions. I could commission a new dress uniform. Captain, they will be calling you Admiral, but I don't have a royal blue feather, and I don't have parabola linen. I can commission a set of fine clothes. This year's fashion, I think we can do better than that. But I don't have spider silk or scintillac. I can commission some protective armor. Ah, challenge. I shall rise to it at once. But I don't have Stygian ivory, parabola linen, parabola linen, or sapphires. Okay. Well, let's, hunt blue profits or milliner net bats to find these. I've never even seen milliner bats. I've seen blue profits and they looked really scary. I like the idea of a boost to pages because pages is my lowest one. Let's inquire about her time with the set. It is a scandal she speaks of with deep fondness. Underwater renegades. Of course you have heard of us, my captain. We are art's last bastion against the cowardly and the mundane. We sail irrepressible beneath the waves, free of censors and censure. The muse is our compass and guide. Well, when time and tides permit, of course. It has been too long since our last little salon, and the, unpleasantness. The modiste adjusts the bodice she is sewing, pins it in place. Ah, but the wonders we once crafted in the waxlight, the perfidious composer, every betrayal a new operetta, the ender of critics, knives blunt as their wits, the silent sculptress, so unjustly exiled, when the truth emerged about her torments of clay and bone. Such fine teas she served. Then, yes, there was the pianolist, and our dear, dear poet, too, but... Her finger slips, a drop of blood flowering on white lace. Blast it, she mutters. Not even this year's red. That is unfortunate. You can find milliner bats by Varkas. Okay. Good to know. How scandalous. I know, right? Doesn't look like I can do much. I mean, I can do the this, but it's only a 20% chance. That's going to take some serious save scumming. Some serious save scumming. She's just going to say the same thing she just did, right? Yeah. Serious save scumming. Should I do it? I have 13 secrets. A game of cat and mouse. You smell her perfume just an instant too late. A gloved hand closes over your mouth, stifling your scream as a blade scrapes your bone. Something catches you as you fall to the deck. A softness behind the pain. Your head rests in folds of silk. A cool, tender caress. Shh, whispers the modiste, cradling your head in her lap, tipping it back. Her knife slices playfully across your throat, just enough to leave its mark. Sleep, my captain, sleep. We shall play again soon enough, you and I. So I lost a secret and gained a wound, so obviously that's no good. That is no good. Just go ahead and load the game. We'll just go ahead and not do that. I mean, not fail. Fail. Load. Now I would run away from screaming. Oh, see, now I'd like her more. Before she just seemed obnoxious, but now she seems cool. I do like women with knives. Not gonna lie to you. I don't know if we'll manage to pull this off. 20% is pretty fucking low. I mean, sure, you would think I would get it 1 out of 5 times, but that doesn't mean it'll actually work that way. The ones that mortally wound you are the interesting ones, though. They're the interesting ones. This is not going well. This little attempt to... Fastest way to Josiah's heart is a knife, both figuratively and physically. Seriously? This is why I typically don't choose to try to save scum stuff when the chance is that low. Because it... You know, it takes too many tries. Unless I just get really lucky. Tried a couple more times. Succeeded! Yes! A knife in the dark. An attempt on the lock to your cabin in the early hours. The lock defeats her. A curious cry in the cargo hold. You are not foolish enough to investigate. You bide your time. Wait. Wait under her bed, that's not creepy, until all of her attention is taken by a fine piece of stitching, until her knife is out of reach. You strike! The modiste falls limp. Wait, I can kill her? What? Her perfume is drowned out by iron or copper? Apparently I can just ace this woman right now. Well, no, I'm not going to do that. That seems like it would be counterproductive. Assist the fallen modiste. You have won. Time to get her to the surgeon. A close brush with the ferryman. The modiste slowly opens her bloodshot eyes. A deep smile spreads across her face. How refreshing, she croaks. You have bested me, my captain. Oh, to have had an opponent of your caliber in London. What rivals we could have been. For most people, ease of murder and attractiveness are exclusive. Well, most people are unimaginative and timid in their love. I've gained 1 Veils. Okay, great. Let's save. I like gaining 1 Veils. Permanent stat boost? I'll take it. Are we done with her for now? Apparently we can do it again. I really wish... Oh, now I have a 21% chance. But I'm not going to keep doing this because the amount of saves coming, the amount of time it will take. So I don't think I can do anything else with her until I've commissioned an outfit from her. Which means I'm going to need that stupid feather. Can you buy those feathers anywhere? After that, you cut out her heart. Would you like to eat it now? Ew. Then you offer it up to Kali. Molaram, Sularam, Molaram, Sularam. And then I hold it up in my hand and it bursts into flames for some reason. And then I throw it at Indiana Jones. Alright, so... Next officer. Let's start talking to the bandaged poissonnier. Oh, those French words. My captain, come into my little galley. Man that pot of sauce. It is, vigorous in the extreme. I know my French accent is super bad. I sound ridiculous. Increase my hearts. Dine with the bandaged cook. Oh, no, 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 my captain. You shall dine with me. But I need a strange catch. I need mooter salt. I don't know where to get mooter salt. Supplies. Actually, I'm going to take some notes here. Hold on. So, for this, I need 3 linen and a royal blue feather. And what do I need for the meal with the other guy here? Mooter salt. I need a mooter salt. For the cook. Okay. Alright, well, there's nothing else I can do with him for the moment. Next officer. Maybe's daughter. I don't remember the story of when I got her, or what it was all about. I can't remember now. A smile, a wink, a butterfly tattoo, an intense and detailed knowledge of weaponry and engines. Perhaps you don't entirely trust her, but she keeps the engines turning and she's hard to dislike. I can invite her to dine with me. I can increase my veils. I can proposition Maybe's daughter. But she has no interest in tediously sincere lovers. Ensure your veils is at least 20 points higher than your hearts. That would be hard to achieve. Very hard to achieve, considering she's looking for her mama. Okay, so no propositioning is probably going to take place. But dining with her, let's see. I need a supplies and a strange catch, which I have. So I could dine with Maybe's daughter right now. That's a lovely idea. How about a fish dinner? I do have quite particular tastes in fish. A knowing smile. I've heard about you. You like to invite your officers to dinner, learn their secrets. Well, you don't need to dig far to find my secret. I wanted to talk to you about it, actually. I've never met my mother. I know my father. I'm a countess on his side, actually. I'd like to find her. She's somewhere out at Z. If only... Really? You'd help me? That's too kind. If you insist. Here, it so happens that I made a list earlier tonight. Her mother will be found in one of these places. Wither, the Isle of Cats, Irem, the Chelinet, Con's Shadow, Port Carnelian, or the surface port of Naples. That's kind of a pain in the ass. Review this in your journal under learning about Maybe's daughter. So basically I need to go to all of those places. Oh, I gained a secret. Hello. Apparently you've agreed to find... I like how it says apparently. Apparently you've agreed to find the mother of Maybe's daughter. Just how far can you trust her? I don't care about losing the ferret. Maybe's daughter will not yet have looked for her mother in Irem. Maybe's daughter has not looked for her mother in Khan's shadow. Isle of Cats, Wither. Okay, lots of places to look, but I've lost my strange catch. Alright. So that's another one done for now. Nothing else I can... Oh, wait, what's this? About her mother. What exactly is the story with her mother? I don't know. We never met, so we were never close. But I'm not close to many people. Honestly, I think that's her fault. I think she sold something of what I was. She sighs. My family is very, very complicated. I don't like any of them, but I think I like her the least. You can see any ports you've already searched in the maybe category of your journal. Okay, fine. Apparently I agreed to find Maybe's daughter while playing hide and go stab with the knife lady. Yeah, I like the knife lady. Okay, next officer, we have the Presbyterian Adventuress. Perhaps she's afraid of being forgotten. She isn't afraid of much else. Dining with her will require a sack of coffee beans, eh? Okay. Let me write that in my notes. I need a sack of coffee beans to talk to her. Or I can increase my iron. Nope. Okay, next officer. The mascot. I can't do anything with any of the mascots. Wait! I can talk to the comatose ferret? Oh yeah, it lies across your desk like a lumpy scarf. Play with it. Attract its attention. A weary roll of the eye. Oh yeah, I remember reading this. I read this before. When you get to Chef Cthulhu, he loves hugs and chanting. Okay. Then there's the surgeon. What? He gives you eye rolls. Yeah, I remember now. Alright. Ernest learned prone to jump at loud noises. He's my only doctor. He is soft-voiced, courteous, rarely makes eye contact, but often stares at other people's eyes from afar. Okay, he sounds kind of Canadian to me. He looks like a really happy individual, does he not? This guy's loving life. Finally someone normal. You want to talk with me? Bring me coffee first. Yeah, I can chat about science over a light dinner of Z-trout and bracket gruel. Costs 1 supplies. I can chat about politics over roast lizard and cabbage in the Kaganian style, also 1 supplies. I can ask about his medical career. He looks up from a wounded sailor. No, I mustn't. No, I have no stories I would wish... You would wish to hear. He sniffs. Unless... Would that be... Z-trout? And that also costs 1 supplies. Well... Let's start with the science one, I guess. We'll just go through them in order if we can. Let's talk about science. Gained an intriguing snippet. The nature of nature. Sunlight is, in certain senses, literally, quite literally, law. Without sunlight, the Earth would spin off into space. And the absence of sunlight down here means the absence of a dozen laws. Death operates unreliably, though more reliably on the sea, as you know. Geography is uncertain and shifting, and dreams... He had grown animated. Now he seems distracted. He apologizes and composes himself. It was a particular interest of mine. Luminosity. The anatomy of the eye,
The many liberations of night. Excuse me, this gruel is a little too rich for my tastes.
Gruel sounds really delicious. Alright, gained an intriguing snippet. Oh, I say! Someone will be interested. I don't know what to do with intriguing snippets. I mean, I know I could probably sell them to the scholar, but beyond that, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with them. Learning about the haunted doctor, you have an inkling of what haunts him. An inkling, just an inkling. Oh, now I can chat with him about politics. Over roast lizard and cabbage in the Kaganian style. Freedoms.
It's true. I fell in with restless elements. The usual reasons, of course. Watching the bazaar devour London. Year by year. The iniquities of the rich and the pities of the poor. But more than that, I thought London needed darkness. Do you know what I mean? I thought the city was safer in the dark. Do you understand me? I applied my arts to that end. If you do, I need say no more, and if you don't, I should say no more.
Another intriguing snippet. Okay. Oh, now I can't ask him about his medical career. Well, that's unfortunate. I can invite him to drink with me, though. So, Doc, Hillary or Trump? The haunted doctor is kept to himself since dinner. Perhaps some wine will help him open up. Alright, I'll get some wine right now. Royal blue feather. Sell for 1. It's unreasonable. Let's invite him to drink with me. The art of poison.
I let most of them slip away peacefully, a drop of laudanum still on their tongues.
That's like opium.
For that sop to my conscience, I am most ashamed of all.
The wine flows as the haunted doctor talks candidly of his past, of a status that allowed him to the bedsides of many of London's most infamous, and the black medicine bag that carried the tools of both his trades, doctor and anarchist poisoner.
I was a fool, he adds, a child, just a boy on a crusade, drinking in the rhetoric of the Calendar Council, thinking myself more than a mere poisoner. What I did I do not regret. Would, though, that I had seen their true hearts before giving myself so freely to perdition.
I don't feel like perdition is a word that gets used often enough these days. He wraps his leather eye patch. The sound is hollow, sickly.
It is a disappointment I well deserved. The lady taught me that much, at least. No. Another time, perhaps. The hour grows late. I thank you for the company.
Our cow is very political, Saito. The doctor may have more to say after you've visited a place that touches his old interests. I got an intriguing snippet, a tale of terror. You have wined the haunted doctor. Interesting. Visited a place that intrigues his interest. So would that be like the Dawn Machine, or like the Geode, or like some place like that, or the Surface, or I don't know where I should visit that will... But apparently now that I have advanced this to this point, presumably when I go to wherever the place is now, there will be an option to do something there involving the doctor. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, let's see what's going on with our irrepressible cannoneer. Cheery enthusiasm is a welcome but unnerving trait in a gunner. Hello! What can I do for you? I have lists! I can invite him to dine with me, but I need 5 supplies and 5 torpedo components. And 10 fuel, jeez. It's no joke trying to eat with this guy. Alright, no problem, I can get that stuff right now. Need to buy 3 supplies, 4 torpedo components. Torpedo components. Torpedo components. Supplies. Supplies. Alright, let's chit-chat, gunnery officer. See, this is why I wanted to be financially secure before I started doing these quests, because I knew that once I started talking to these people that I'd need to, like, probably buy a bunch of stuff or, you know, whatever, and I wanted to make sure I didn't have to worry about money at that point. And I think I'm officially at the point where I don't have to worry about money. For a while, anyway. There's big issues this year about hay futures and the cow-chicken alliance for this year's eggnog. Nice. Yeah, I had to bring a torpedo component when we ordered lunch today. It's pretty standard. I've had enough to eat, thank you. I don't eat much, but I'd like to demonstrate some ideas I've had. Can you meet me on the afterdeck at 8 bells? Flowers of Flame. The cannoneer has found ways to calibrate your weapons for additional death and explosions. When the smoke clears, however, it is impossible to deny that the risk and expense of most of these tricks is a little too great. Only a couple of minor modifications are safe to use. But do you know, the cannoneer says, squinting thoughtfully, it reminds me of a story. The Iron and Misery Company were testing something. Destroyed one of their outlying stations. Destroy it to bits! If you can find me the prototype, I can make it work for us. Can you take me to Demo Island? I used to know the factor there. You might talk. See, now this guy's got a nice, simple quest for us to do. We know exactly what to do. We just go to Demo Island. No bullshit. So yes, we will definitely do that. And I gained 1 iron, which is nice. And a Tale of Terror, which is nice. Very nice. Alright, we gotta go to Demo Island for him. No problem. Next officer. Going through all the officers here. Because I've put this off for a very long time. Let's talk to the Carnelian Exile. Soft-spoken and a little mystical. How much does she see? Is she blind? I think she might be blind. She has, she's got a little devil fang there. She has the discomfiting, even irritating, habit of answering your questions just before you finish speaking. Flowers of Flame is another good heavy metal band name, yeah. Or at least the name of an album, if not the name of the band. Invite her to dine with you. I need 1 supplies. I need a Searing Enigma? Oh, I don't want to use a Searing Enigma. That's crazy town. Oh, a Searing Enigma. Oh, man. Alright, I guess I will. I can always get more. We've already established that I can essentially buy them for 1,650 echoes or whatever. I need to get some supplies. Invite her to dine with you. And ask her to remove her glasses. You'll need to tempt her with the very finest gossip of the Z. Or ask her to dine with you, but don't ask her to remove her glasses. I'm not sure which one to do. I'll probably try both. Since I'm, 1,665 echoes. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Well, let's buy some supplies. Shipside provisioners. Need to buy a few anyway. Now, we're going to manually save on 12. We'll probably try it both ways. We'll reload the save and try it both ways just so we can see the difference. So let's do it without the glasses coming off first. Eyes unconcealed. She regards you for a while, and then, unasked, removes her glasses. She folds them neatly and places them on the table, then meets your eyes. Her own eyes are marvelously bright. The irises are amber. The whites seem to be flecked with gold.
Yes, she says. I've been touched by the Dawn Machine. I believe you already knew that, or you would have asked me to remove my spectacles. I might be wrong. In either case, nothing has changed, now that you know. We will still be wary of each other.
Yeah, I saw that one, Noxmoo, but it requires something that I don't have, some quality that I don't have and have no idea how to get. Touched by the dawn machine. She taps her thumb against her index finger.
I am always the same, do you see? I do not change. I proceed on the same path I always have. I am only one choice, and I will be content only when I have no choice at all.
Huh. She kind of reminds me of that living cave, the Principles of Coral or whatever, in the Port Cecil.
Now, let's eat and talk. You promised me something special, and I will give you what little I can in return.
Gained veils, dined with the exile, lost supplies, lost a searing enigma. Okay, hold on. Let's just see what happens if I do it the other way. Ask her to remove her glasses. Eyes unconcealed. She removes her glasses, folds them neatly, and places them on the table, then meets your eyes. It's basically exactly the same, isn't it? Alright, let's do it the first way. Don't ask her to remove them. Alright, now, moving on. We have some options here. See, ask her requires At Last Salt Song, and I don't know what the hell that is. I can throw her out of your cabin. For God's sake, all you wanted was a meal and a chat, and she's doing philosophy on you. Philosophy is the one thing I like more than knives when it comes to women. Philosophy is the best. Philosophy and knives combined is obviously the ideal. So let's see. Accept what she says. She's right. If nothing has changed in response to your choice, then your choice was that of a pawn that chooses to move forward. Or I can protest. The journey is the destination. Each choice you make in future will depend on this one. The ship goes where the captain sails, and where the captain chooses to sail depends on where you've been. Hold on. Wait. Just wait. I want to see what she said again. Nothing has changed. Now that you know, still be wary of each other. I'm always the same, do you see? I do not change. I proceed on the same path I always have. I am only one choice. And I will be content only when I have no choice at all. Don't really understand what she's getting at here. Throw her out? I think I'm going to go with this protest one. The journey is the destination. Each choice you make in future will depend on this one. The ship goes where the captain sails, and where the captain chooses to sail depends on where you've been. Why don't you recommend that one, Saito? Well... Oh, you don't recommend throwing her out? Yeah, I'm not going to throw her out. Let's try this one. Narrowed eyes.
Perhaps, she says, perhaps our choices determine our heading. But at last, when the lamps go dark, there is only one direction. One day, we'll go there together.
She won't be drawn further. She picks up her knife and fork. Between mouthfuls, she tells you something of the starved men and their wars on the roof. The arts of flesh-shaping that they practiced and debated.
I enjoyed this, she adds at the end of the meal. We should do it again. When you're ready to talk about salt.
I'm ready to talk about salt right now. I gained a hearts, an extraordinary implication, and a secret. That's awesome. I'm ready to talk about salt right now. Ah, okay. Apparently whatever these need to be in is the state I have them in currently. So that's good. Bread and salt. Just save real fast on one. Bread and salt. The Carnelian exile invites you to her cabin for dinner.
We need to discuss a certain direction,
she informs you. One direction? No! A brisk dinner. That's brisk, baby.
I am persona non grata in Port Carnelian,
the exile remarks.
I was too close to the new sequence. And the machine. I have repented of that now, but I'll never go home.
She leans closer.
Salt's song,
she whispers.
I hear it on the wind, the way east, the horizon's road. Will you go east, my captain? Will you take me with you?
You visited the exile in her cabin. What will she become? Oh, I get to respond. I can say, the sea is wide, but I'll always return home. East, the horizon where the god Salt watches. Far and chilly, London is your home. The sea is my only home. You are a sea captain, the old black ocean under the world. It's 100 ports. You'll live and die here. I cannot rest until I've crossed the last horizon. You are hungry for more. We're going with that one. The exile smiles.
Destiny is destiny,
she says softly.
You are the captain I would choose to follow across the sea. If the time comes for you to claim your burning name, speak with me again. I cannot enter the name's prison. Not anymore.
She taps her glasses.
But perhaps you can.
I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. At all. But okay. Answered the exile's question. Does that mean essentially I need to go... Oh, I can... Never mind, I can talk to her some more. Speak to the exile about the name's prison. How will you breach it when you find it? Behind her glasses, you sense somehow that she has closed her eyes.
You must have mastered the map, she says softly. Entered in the house of every power. And you'll need to bring a burning truth to match the burning name.
I don't know what that means, really. Does that just mean I need to go off the east edge of the map, or... Do I have anything in my journal about this? Updated my journal. Anything? 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 I don't know. They were related to the three gods? I see. I didn't really realize that. Alright. Well, up next, I guess we'll talk to the sigil-ridden navigator. Wait, what did it say about him? Has that tattoo grown since last you looked? Need the letters of the name which burns. Right. Sure I do. Oh, fuck. I didn't mean to do that. No, 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 nope, no. Wrong loaded game. I didn't mean to load a game at all. I don't know what the hell I was doing. Alright, we'll talk to her again. Bread and salt. Said the same thing we said last time. Talk to her again. About the name's prison. Okay. Now, that being done, I meant to save the letters of your boss. Alright, let's talk to the sigil-ridden navigator.
Yes, now is good. Thank you.
I can invite him to dine with me. All I need for that is supplies. Or he doesn't get fancy. Compared to all these other people that wanted all kinds of fancy shit to eat with them, he's just like, I'll just eat some supplies. We're good. That is a pretty crazy tattoo he's got there. I have to go off the map and all. Oh man, terrible shit happens when you go off the map. Okay. Well, that will be interesting. Do I have to have her, like, equipped as an officer when I do it? Or anything like that? Invite him to dine with you. He has an admirable appetite for so slight a fellow. Forgetfulness. Seconds, then thirds, disappear in small, hasty morsels. He is nervous, and not a gifted conversationalist. You do your best to plug the silence. When you ask about his past, he winces. Hey, Durbart, Saloge, how you doing? Good to see ya. Durbart Zaloge. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I would assume that I'm not. You do your best to plug the silence. When you ask about his past, he winces.
I can't say, Captain.
He taps the livid sigil on his temple, which twitches like a scorpion's sting.
Has burned away my memories. I recall I have a brother, but not his name or where he is. I remember the names of the ships I've served on, the Implicit, the Bonnie Swan, but not their crew.
How did he come by the sigil? He clutches his head.
I don't know. I don't know. Thinking about it is like fire in my skull.
He grits his teeth.
Someone must have hated me very much to curse me with it, but I can't even remember my enemy.
Speak with him again to advance his story. Lost some supplies. Your navigator's sigil has devoured his memories. He cannot recall his past. Each day his pain is a little worse. Need another dread surmise for that? Fuck my life.
Captain! My sleep is riddled with dreams, Captain. Dreams of bells and candles.
A destination. He paces the deck.
I see a lonely house lit by tallow and wick. A bell is ringing. It rings now. Do you hear it?
He scratches at his sigil, which has begun to bleed.
Do you know this place, Captain? Can I plot a course?
A place of candles and bells. The Chapel of Lights, a northern church where no sin is too terrible. Alright, so he wants me to go to the Chapel of Lights to find his lost memories. Is that something that has been notated in my journal or not? Is there a section for these? Oh, here we go. Learning about. Take a clayman and an empty mirror catch box to Hunter's Keep. Go to the Chapel of Lights. Travel to Demoe Island. And she wants me to go basically everywhere. Okay. Chapel of Lights. So Demoe Island and Chapel of Lights, we know for sure are destinations we need to go to for these people. Alright, so in our next episode we will talk to the Tireless Mechanic, the Geno Magician, and the Nacreous Outcast. Then we will supply ourselves and we will head forth to start working on some of these quests as we can. But that is going to do it for this one. So thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Sunless Sea.